Voyage au centre de la Terre, Journey to the Center of the Earth, by Jules Verne. Parsed and explained in English. Chapitre 1, Chapter 1. Listen to the text all the way through in French, and then we'll break it down. Le 24 mai 1863, un dimanche, mon oncle, le professeur Lidenbrock, revint précipitamment vers sa petite maison située au numéro 19 de Königstrasse, l'une des plus anciennes rues du vieux quartier de Hambourg. La bonne Marthe dut se croire fort en retard, car le dîner commençait à peine à chanter sur le fourneau de la cuisine. « Bon, me dis-je, s'il a faim, mon oncle, qui est le plus impatient des hommes, va pousser des cris de détresse. » Now, let's break this down and explain what it means in English. Le 24 mai 1863, the 24th of May, 1863. Notice that in French the year is read out as 1863, 1863. Un dimanche, a Sunday. Mon oncle, le professeur Lidenbrock, my uncle, Professor Lidenbrock. Notice that we can omit the definite article le when we translate this into English and just say Professor Lidenbrock and not the Professor Lidenbrock. Revint précipitamment vers sa petite maison. Came back precipitously to his little house. Revint is the passé simple of revenir, to come back, and précipitamment means hastily or hurriedly. So, he came back quickly toward his little house, which was situé au numéro 19 de Königstrasse, situated at number 19 of Königstrasse, or King Street. Notice that we have au numéro at the number, literally. We again leave out the definite article in the English translation, at number 19. L'une des plus anciennes rues, the one of the oldest streets, literally, or just one of the oldest streets. Du vieux quartier de Hambourg, of the old quarter or area of Hamburg. La bonne Marthe dut se croire fort en retard. The good Marthe must have thought herself very late. Marthe is the name of the cook and housekeeper. Dut is the passé simple of the modal verb devoir, should. And se croire is reflexive, to believe herself. Fort en retard, literally strong in lateness, but colloquially very late. Car le dîner commençait à peine à chanter, as the dinner was only just starting to sing, literally. Commençait is the imparfait of the verb to begin, and à peine means only just. Chanter means to sing, but here it means something like to cook, as in, the food was just starting to sizzle. Sur le fourneau de la cuisine, on the stove of the kitchen. Bon, me dis-je. Good, or well, I said to myself. Literally, to myself, said I. S'il a faim, if he is hungry, mon oncle, qui est le plus impatient des hommes, my uncle, who is the most impatient of men, va pousser des cris de détresse, is going to raise cries of distress. So, essentially, the book starts with the character of Axel at his uncle's house in Hamburg, where he and the cook observe Monsieur Lidenbrock returning early to the house, and Marthe is frightened because dinner is not ready and Monsieur Lidenbrock is an impatient man. Now, listen to the text again, all the way through in French. Le 24 mai 1863, un dimanche, mon oncle, le professeur Lidenbrock, revint précipitamment vers sa petite maison, située au numéro 19 de Königstrasse, l'une des plus anciennes rues du vieux quartier de Hambourg. La bonne Marthe dut se croire fort en retard, car le dîner commençait à peine à chanter sur le fourneau de la cuisine. Bon, me dis-je, s'il a faim, mon oncle, qui est le plus impatient des hommes, va pousser des cris de détresse. Thank you very much for watching. We will continue going through the text in future videos, so please consider subscribing to our channel. You can find other similar series on our YouTube channel, as well as our full course in French over at linguisticator.com. Merci et à la prochaine!